President Trump has announced the Great American Revitalization Initiative. And to open the country back up, he wants trucking involved in that. Let's see where this is going the wrong way. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, your trucking industry representative. And President Trump wants to open up the country. He wants to get trucking companies involved in this. Who did he choose for this? He's chosen executives from UPS, FedEx, J.B. Hunt, Yellow, Walmart, transportation. Isn't that great? But he's also got somebody else there too, doesn't he? Well, he's got the American Trucking Association. Chris Spears up there talking to the president. Isn't that great? And you know what Chris Spears says? He's honored to represent the trucking industry. Isn't that wonderful? He's going to represent the whole trucking industry. He isn't worthy to represent the toenail clipping industry in the United States. He should represent Preparation H because that's the kind of problems he gives the industry. He should at least represent a product that solves the problem that he creates in the industry. The problem is the large carriers that are members of the ATA are less than 4% of all trucking companies in the United States. Nearly every company is a small company, as OOIDA said. Nearly every company. And for him to say he represents the trucking industry, he can't even drive a truck. That guy, he doesn't even drive. It would be illegal for him to do the job that he's saying that he represents. How do you get the job of ATA, head of the ATA anyways? Do they give you some kind of Rorschach test? Yes, Mr. Spear, we understand you want to be the head of the ATA. We have a few questions for you. What do you see in this picture? Well, I see in that picture that all drivers are bad, and I just don't like them. We see. Thank you for your answer. What do you see in this next picture? Well, I see that drivers should not be paid for all their time. In fact, they shouldn't be paid for even most of their time. I expect them to sit around and not be paid. All right. One last question. What do you see in this picture? That picture, the ATA is way better than any driver. We hate drivers and we only represent our member companies. We wish there were no drivers. Congratulations, Mr. Spear, you passed. You're the new CEO of the ATA. Now keep up that kind of work and you can really go places. You might even meet the president someday. That's how I figure it goes there when you're trying to find an ATA, head of an ATA. The ATA has a political action committee you should know about. In 2018, they gave $547,000 to political candidates. $547,000. 70% of those are to Republicans. Okay, so it's 70-30 Republican, Democrat. And I want to list here the other companies that the president has said, this is interesting, that he wants to help him open the country. These are the CEOs he's going to talk to. By the way, the head of the AFL-CIO, he's going to take a phone call from them. The only person who represents actual working people, he's going to take their phone call. Who knows how long it'll be. Get a load of this list. Okay, JP Morgan Chase, Blood Blackstone Group, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Exxon Mobil, Apple, Microsoft, Liberty Media, United Airlines, ADM, Supermarket to the World, Cargill, Lockheed, Northrop, Coca-Cola, Jeff Bezos, names him in person, and Sheldon Adelson. And that's it. So those are the people that he wants to hear from. That's great. So basically he goes, how can we ruin the place even more? Oh, let's talk to all these people. So that's the story of what's happening. Chris Spear represents you. He represents trucking. He can't hold a candle to anybody, and how he even gets up there to talk about trucking is just amazing. It proves that money speaks louder than experience or knowledge or anything else, okay? That's all that proves. It's an embarrassment for him to be up there. And remember, ATA, you don't represent me. You don't represent the vast majority of trucking in the United States. Never forget that, all right? So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon with more Trucking Answers.